Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to Sunless Skies. Almost said sea, it's going the other way around this time. In the last episode we basically saved the sun. It kind of exploded and we almost didn't save the sun, but now we are going to try and take some of our beloved barrels of unseasoned hours to go and try and save it. Or do something. I don't actually know what this is going to achieve, but we're going to do it anyway and see what happens. Before we set off though, I need to buy myself some fuel and some food. We do have quite a bit of money, so it's not the end of the world. Let's have a quick look to see what we have here. Gemstones, the mausoleum, or 5 consignments of bronze wood. I think we don't have 5 bronze wood. Oh, we do. Oh, there's a small part of me that wants that, but we also still need the bronze wood for the relay. So I kind of don't want to spend it all, so maybe I won't do those yet. Why do I have 3T? That was because we needed it for the sun, and I didn't do it. That's why we have 3T. My wondrous memory letting me down as always. Okay, let's head off, and we will see what happens. Hopefully, the sun doesn't implode by the time that we get there. My god, the volume is off. I think I changed all my volume settings when I was streaming the weekend, and now everything seems weird. This happens every now and again. What interesting stories do I have to tell on this journey to the sun? I mean, a few minutes ago I tried to save a bee. That's quite exciting, right? I mean, we're in quarantine England right now. I mean, things are not as exciting as they could be. I'm not exactly an exciting person anyway, so the chances of me doing something exciting anyway, that's pretty slim, other than work, which is never exciting, because it's, you know, work. But I tried to save a bee. I don't know if it's going to survive. It's been flying around inside of the conservatory for an indeterminate amount of time, and I saw it, and it was still alive, so I like took it outside and then gave it some honey, and it's probably going to die. But I tried, and that's all that matters, right? These are important, damn it. And in England they are slowly but surely disappearing as people stopped caring about their gardens and cared more about their iPhones, I suppose. But my parents are traditionalists. They love their gardens. They have flowers everywhere. You'd have thought I would know a lot more about flowers than I actually do, but in reality, it hasn't hit me yet. I don't think I'm old enough to actually care about gardening yet, but I imagine one day I'm just going to wake up and be like, I want a flower. I have peace lilies. I have 3 peace lilies, I think. It started with 1, and then I was like, oh, I quite like peace lilies. So now I have like 3 of them. Ooh. Hello. An engineer cries out, her voice hoarse as a professional mourner. It's gone! She points through one of the stained glass windows. A star winked out. You look through the glass. Stars burn upon the firmament. The specific patch of sky she's pointing to is indeed empty, but you couldn't say if a star had been there before. The easiest way around this is to just give them a supply. This isn't Sunless Skies at sea. This is Sunless Skies. It isn't Sunless Sea. Supplies are not as rare as they were. I just got a message. Oh, let's ignore that. I can pick that up after I'm finished. Hopefully we don't come across anything nasty. I say that about every single time, but I'm always paranoid that these are going to be the guests now. Has anyone who is watching this been doing the Whitsun thing in Fallen London? I've managed to get all 4 of the pets, not the 3 buff pets, because I didn't have the pennies and I didn't want to spend any money right now. I've been off sick, so I haven't been paid as much as I normally get paid, so I'm a little bit penny pinched, shall we say. But has anyone else been doing it? Has anyone else managed to succeed in getting any of the pets? It's quite interesting things. You got the lyrebird, the cow, the terror bird, I think it was called, and the iguana? I want to say iguana. I keep thinking of it as the dragon, because I remember seeing it and thinking, oh, Mr. Trig might like that because he likes dragons, but it was actually an iguana. It's close, right? An iguana's almost a dragon. It's a little bit lazier, a little smaller, but dragon-esque. Okay, here we are. The Clockwork Sun. Nothing interesting happened in there. My terror's looking a bit high, though, which is a little bit worrying. Hopefully it doesn't all fall apart when we first dock again. Oh my god, I pressed E and just slammed myself into the frickin' sun. Let's not do any of this. Let's go to the steward's sanctum. Okay, down here the sun's innards are bared. Almost said bard. An engine that beats like a heart. Pipes and wires crisscross in ways that defy perspective. Cogs turn in both directions at once. You begin to develop a headache. The steward is sitting in a meditative silence, a cup of cold tea on the table beside her. She stands to greet you, slow and careful. Did she always have crow's feet at the corners of her eyes? I don't think we can see her eyes looking at this picture. Okay, well, we have hours for her. Her face lights up briefly. She grins, teeth glinting. Still not enough, she murmurs, counting coins into your palm. But a start. She must still have access to funding, though you can't imagine from where. The Empire can't approve of her unsanctioned meddling with their crowning achievement. It gained 1 desperate measures, new total deliver 3 barrel blah blah blah. Okay. You still want more hours? I have more hours for you. Still not enough? I wonder what we have to get that to. For it to work. Gained 1 desperate measures. Persuade her to stop this obsession. The sun can't be fixed. For London's sake, she should focus on keeping it functional in its twilight years. No, I think... Wait, hang on a minute. This is new. She's sitting in a meditative silence, a cup of cold tea on the table beside her. She stands to greet you, slow and careful. She is hunched and wrinkled. Her hair iron grey. She's aging. We need more hours. We need to find more. I think we came to the conclusion in the last episode that the only place you can actually get them is in the Reach. Bear with me here, I have my little book. My little book I wrote down what I could buy in the Reach and where. It's easier than going into the map. Lustrum, Barrel of Unseasoned Hours at Lustrum and Port Prosper. So if we go to Port Prosper, we might be able to pick up a fair amount. That's just by the relay as well. Yeah, mostly in Albion, you just get ministry-approved literature. And planes of stained glass. Okay. So, a plan is that we could go back to Port Prosper. I guess. We could pay our way. I think we need... Do we need 2 barrels to get to Albion? I think we do. We need 2 barrels of unseasoned hours to get back. Or we can pay the 200 sovereigns, but I'd rather not spend the money. I don't know how much they cost. That's something I never actually wrote down anywhere. On this mess of paper that is my notebook. Let's get myself a new notebook. I did see something fascinating on Twitter yesterday. Game Tea, the people who made the Fallen London cards and do various things for Failbetter, there's a rock there, have just released a book. This is not sponsored or anything, by the way, before anyone says anything. It just looked really cool. It's a Dungeons and Dragons leather-bound book with loads of coins in it. And I was like, I really want that. And then I looked at the price and was like, can't really justify spending like £150 for this. I was like, it hurt me inside because I really wanted it. I am a sucker for anything that is card related or coin related. It's something about the old magician in me that really likes cards and coins. And I almost did it, but then was like, nah, I can't do it. Yeep, excuse me, Tackety Scout. Really, excuse me. There we go. But it looks really good. If you're interested, go look at their Kickstarter page. Or their Twitter. On there. I think I follow them on Twitter. You can find them through my page, or you can just type it in. They do loads of interesting stuff. I have a Final Fantasy picture from them as well. It's basically just a super nerdy... Oh, and my Mana Flask is also from Game Tea. In fact, I buy a lot of stuff from Game Tea now I think about it. It's just cool, geeky stuff for like Dungeons and Dragons and various stuff like that. And if I had more money, I'd probably spend all my money on that damn site. But yeah, like I said, not sponsored. I should probably stop talking about it now, but it's very cool. My terror is worryingly high. Junior signaller receives a dose of medicinal port in the infirmary after seeing a frozen corpse spin past a window. The experience has shaken him. The dead are hungry, he says. We need to make an offering, or it'll come back. A knocking at the hole. Yeah, okay, we need to lower our terror, so it seems like an easy way. If we go back to the Reach, we can lower our terror via Magdalen's if we really need to. I think I have something at Magdalen's. I think I need to go. I think I have stuff I need to do in the Reach. I could shoehorn that in. I could just go back to the Reach and start doing some of the other things I need to do. Is it the clay conductor? Maybe? I think I've got to take somebody to Carillion, the glass man. The half glass man. I think I have something else. Well. Oh, I need gourds of nectar for the repentant devil. Yes, there's lots of things I need to do at the Reach. Maybe we will just return to the Reach and then we will put a footnote, like a sticky note in this. A pin. Put a pin. That's a much better way of putting it. We'll put a pin in the sun and we will try and remember it in a later episode. It seems a waste to go back to the Reach just to come straight back to Albion, but then I don't know. She's paying us lots of money for this. I also don't know how many I need, so I could over-zealously buy way too much, but then... I didn't give the tea again! God damn it! I am so bad at that. You know what? No, we'll do the sun. Let's see if we can do the sun. We can always go back to the Reach at any point. So it's not too bad. I'm just hesitant to go back because it costs to go there. Well, luckily that lowered our terror. Let's go to the Reach then. Which is over here. Whoop. There goes the arse end of my ship. It's fine. Fine. So how is everyone else coping with the quarantine? Here it's still bad, but we are slowly opening things up. I know in Europe lots of things are opening up and stuff. We've started having schools opening now and things like that. Which seems like a good idea on paper, but I have a funny feeling it's going to cause some sort of horrendous second wave. I think I said this in the last episode. But nothing's gone bad yet, so I will give them credit where credit's due. Like I say, like I think I said in the last episode, I've been working this entire time. Nothing's really changed for me. It just feels really weird because everything's all like they're installing perspex screens and things, and everyone's really far away from each other. It's really strange. But oh well. I should talk about things that are more exciting. Ooh, free stuff! That's exciting. I like free stuff. Oh, bugger, bugger, bugger. Ow, I shot myself. Oh, God. I haven't done that for a while. Uh-oh. Ouch time? I think I hit him. Yeah, I got him. Damn it. I can't believe I shot myself. That's so embarrassing. I meant to fire my second gun, but I in fact fired my first. The crew of this weathered engine have been driven mad by the winds and the stars and the things that haunt the sky. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Sky story. Captain's door is covered in noughts and crosses. So it transpires is the rest of his cabin, his logs and his body. In every game, the noughts won. Your search turns up a few valuables and you return to your engine. Got 44 sovereigns as well, I never say no to free sovereigns. Use them to repair the ship. God, my nose is blocking up again. God damn. It's bloody room. it's dust or paint still. Surely the paint must have dissipated by now. This has been plaguing me for weeks. Or like a week. I know gloss paint takes an awful long time to dry properly though, so it could be that. Or it could just be dust or hay fever, which is equally as irritating. Because I hate both. I swapped my shift to a weird shift today, so I am also recording at completely the different time to normal, which has thrown my body clock completely. I've just got back from work because I started at a weird time. Usually this week I'm on late, so I work in the afternoon. But I came back and was like, I was working earlier in the morning. And I came back. I was like, I need to record, bugger. Here I am, recording right now. Oh, it's fun. Oh, there's going to be so much travelling in this episode. I wonder if I can cut some of it out. Should I cut some of it out? I don't really want to cut it out. I like rambling, it's fun. If only I had interesting things to talk about. I have been looking at random games to play and stream. There's one that made me smile. It's called Landlord Super, I think it's called, or something like that, where you build a house, but it's super realistic. And it's like set in 1980s Britain. And I was like, that would be so goddamn fun. Would anyone like to see that, either as a stream or as a series? I don't know how a series would go. I feel like a lot of it is going to be me just walking around going, I don't know what I'm doing. So it could be a good stream. But I am currently streaming Dark Souls. Anyone who is interested in that, please come check it out. It's Saturday at 8 o'clock. Is it GMT or are we in the weird summer one? 8 o'clock in the UK. That's the easiest way of saying it. Oh, our time zones are a mess. Now return to the engine and let's travel to the Reach. I suppose we could have gone first class. How much is it? Is it 200 sovereigns? It is. We'll go second class. As transit is troubled, halfway to your destination, your engine lurches as has been brushed aside by the passage of some oblivious behemoth. And here we are. Whoop, that was not the right button. And straight to Port Prosper. How exciting. Right, we're going to dock here. We're going to buy everything. All of it. At once. I don't really want the front seats. 80 times 3, is anyone got a calculator? My brain doesn't work, I'm tired. 80 times 3. 240. I'm getting 400, so I am making a pretty solid profit off of this. If I buy another... Hang on, I gotta carry fuel and food as well. If I buy another 9. That's 3 ticks. We probably only need 1 more tick now in my luck, but... Oh, we might need more. Who knows? Let's... buy that. Should I get some fuel while I'm here? Top it up? Okay. Oh god. Can I pay to get back in? Ah, buying that fuel was dumb. I think I need... Oh wait, I can use a ministry permit? It's probably worthwhile doing, right? Plus it might lower my terror, which is always good. I think it lowers my terror. If I go first class. Customs! Yes, we get through customs. We have nothing to hide here. First class. Yeah, we have 2. Let's go. Let's try it. At the sight of your papers, the superintendent jumps to activate the relay. Its hour looms rumble, spinning the pocket of new time in which your locomotive will make its journey. Wrapped in your engine's new coat of hours, it'll be hard to say how long the journey takes, but the hours used by Imperial officers are languid and seasoned. The passage should at least be tolerable. The machinery grinds and stirs, the steam vents, the sigils of the edifice burn with sullen fire. A force like a great hand seizes your engine. The passage is less pleasant than you had hoped. A crewman swears he saw something vast stirring in the sky's deeps, and raves about a many-eyed burrower to any who will listen. Yet mysteriously, my terror dropped. I don't know. I thought it had gone up. And here we are in Albion. Right. Question is, do we dock at... Do we just go straight to the sun? That's quite a transit. I might stop at London just to make sure my terror goes down. We got 10 minutes. I reckon we can get there in 10 minutes. The big question is, do I have anything... That's a wall. Thanks, Brian. Do I have anything that will keep the conversation going with myself. It's still a very bizarre thing to me. I've been doing this for about like 2 years now, as many of you know. Anyone who's watched this entire series, God, I feel sorry for you. Why do you do this to yourself? But thank you for the support. I still struggle talking to myself in my room. Like, how do I come up with things? The great thing about streaming is, like, as people ask that question, what is easier, streaming or recording? Recording is easier because I am recording this. If I do something wrong, there's no instant you're being an idiot. It's like a delayed you're being an idiot. And I do everything on my terms. I can edit something out if something goes horribly wrong. If I suddenly, like, you know, stub my toe and swear like a trooper for a bit, I can scrub that out. But streaming, oh, the interaction with chat makes things so much easier. It keeps the conversation flowing for a huge period of time, because every time I think, oh no, I'm running out of something to say, somebody will bring something up in the chat, either related to what I'm talking about or random. Like, a lot of the time we talk about food. That seems to be a really strong one in the streams. People talk about food. What else is there? Other than people laughing at me and doing silly things. I can't help it. I just do it silly things. Honestly, I'm quite good. If you don't believe me that I'm quite good at playing games, go watch Dark Souls. I didn't die much. I think I died like... Oh, other than the bit where I was throwing myself off the cliff a few times, but that was intentional death, so I don't think those count. Oh, I got killed by PvP, actually. I think somebody invaded me and killed me. Yeah, that wasn't fun. But I also beat some PvP people, which is... PvP people, yeah. Say that 3 times fast. Does this increase my terror? Did I watch of the stars? I've never done this, I don't think. Is it true? If you organised a rota of observers, would you see it happen? But it will mean exposing the watchers to stars' perilous light. I don't think it's worth it. Let's just make them all drunk. Your terror has fallen. Let's just make sure that we dock in, and I may pick up another supplies. That's why the gun supplies are going down really quickly. I don't think we need more fuel. Fuel's okay. Bizarrely. And when we have the bigger engine. Please drop my terror? Yes. Yeah. Ew. Was here too soon ago, didn't do anything. Oh well. Let's just quickly buy 1 supply. And then we shall head to the sun. Hopefully we have enough unseasoned hours. I'm going to give that tea straight away. All I'm saying, I'm going to give that tea straight away, and if I give it straight away, I won't forget. Keep telling myself that I have tea in my hold that I need to give to the people of the sun. Not hard. I've forgotten twice. I don't know why I've forgotten twice, but I have. It happens. And I don't know why I keep looking at the map either. It's this way. I know where the sun is. It's like a habit. Not the hat. Monitor, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Right, we go past Simon's Nest. The habit in this game where I just go tab. Oh, where am I? For like a split second. I do it so much, and I only noticed in Sunless Skies because I don't do it as much. I think, I probably do. I just don't register it. I'm actually quite looking forward to playing Seas in tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow I play Seas for Wednesday. I am very much enjoying that game, and I'm kind of surprised I'm not dead yet. It's so much harder. I know I read a comment, I've said this before many times, and somebody commented saying they find Seas easier because that's what they played the most of. But for me, I played the most of this. And I don't know, I never really found this game hard, other than when I went to the Blue Kingdom and it kicked the ever-living snot out of me. And it terrified me. Oh, and when I went to Eleutheria, that also kicked the ever-living snot out of me. Now I think about it. Because it was completely different. The whole gameplay curve changed. Because it went from just being big open areas where you could drive in straight lines to this, oh no, oh no. Nope, nope, nope. Evasive maneuvers. Ha! I got one too. Oh, come on. What do we have here? I don't really want to develop a taste for the bottle, but let's hope see if we pass. Yay! 58%. I can't believe I passed that. Bloody hell. Luck is on my side. Storm? I'm going to say Storm's on my side. I'm going to make that a thing. Storm in this game? He is, isn't he? I think Storm's... is he actually in this game? Or do the sailors or / Skyfarers believe he's in this game because, like, of tradition? You know, that has just reminded me that I read a comment where somebody invited me to a Skyfarers game. Cat? And I didn't reply because I'm awful at replying, and I apologise for not replying. If I ever don't reply to your message, I have read it. I always read every single... let's rest and recover. I've read every single comment that goes on my channel. There is literally not a comment I've not read. And I internalise it, and they usually come out in episodes because I'm like, oh, what do my fans think? But I forget to reply because I'm usually at work or I'm asleep, and I'm like, I'll reply to that later, and then I get home and I've wiped my brain from all the stuff that happened in the work. And to the idea of playing Skyfarer, I like the idea of playing Skyfarer, but I fear our timetables may never clash. I'm bizarrely busy for a man who does nothing. When I'm not recording, I'm working. When I'm not working or recording, I'm streaming. It tends to get a little bit out of hand, but I will definitely keep it in mind that if I suddenly decide that I want to do something Skyfarer-y, I will let you know. Assuming you're still here to watch these videos, which I hope you are, because I appreciate it wholeheartedly. And assuming you're not asleep. There is a strong possibility that they're asleep right now. Let's not lie. Right. Clockwork Sun. Steward's Sanctum. You have hours for her. Her face lights up. Still not enough. Another 400 sovereigns. Okay, we got some more. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. Wait, who's this? Okay, this has changed up here as well. She stands to greet you, slow and careful. Her hair is sparse, and what remains is pure white. Her once fierce eyes are rheumy, and she blinks languidly at you as though struggling to remember who you are. Something is wrong. A smile twitches on the steward's face. She's cut herself on her teeth. Her chin is streaked with blood. I wasted half my life down here, she says. Last night, I finally gave up. The sun could not be fixed, I decided. Albion would not survive. But in my lowest moment, sunlight filled my mind, and I knew my error. How could I have hoped to fix perfection? A sun cannot die. A god cannot break. There is no such thing as dusk. You notice the densely packed scrawl on the walls behind her. 2 words repeated thousands of times, often misspelled, eventually running into a single garbled stream. A similarly dazzled steward smiles a little too brightly. Care to join me in a hymn? Oh no. The steward abandons her toolbox and heads for the stairs. Engineers greet her return joyfully, but a cold silence settles when she begins sermonizing. Close. The sun cannot break, she insists. It breaks near twice a week these days, shouts a burly engineer. What are you talking about? Neither your work or mine is needed any longer, she replies, turning to head back down into the vaults. The engineer's outraged whispers become a clamour. We have 2 choices. We can rally the engineers. They're babbling over each other, and you can sense the rising panic. They need someone to step in, but the steward is already gone. Or, and we have a 76% chance of doing that, or we can leave the engineers alone. Surely they've planned for the possibility of the steward's departure. They can handle it themselves. No, let's step in. 76, we might fail anyway. Hey, we succeeded. Wonderful. Your voice cuts through the turmoil like a klaxon through fog. They're engineers, aren't they? They can figure it out. The sun sustains an empire. Its maintenance can't have relied on the steward alone. The engineers exchange uneasy glances. She taught us all she could, one pipes up. But none of it made sense. The sun's not like any other machine. First principles need to be reinvented from the ground up just to... Colleague interrupts. We'll just have to make it work. In the distance, a cog grinds to a halt. Dejected, but no longer arguing, the engineers rush to deal with it. Oh, look at me. We've lost 5 strengths of the sun. We've got 2 left. Well, at least the engineers are fixing it, I guess. And let's remember to give the frickin' tea. There we go. Thank God for that. But this seems like the perfect place to end this episode. Thank you very much. I don't know why I unlocked. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. And in the next episode, I think we'll go to the ridge and do some stuff there. Or unless somebody knows something here that I can do, please let me know. But as always, I'll see you next time.